Everybody wants to know how to free up more time in their day to start adding more activities into their day, whether it be reading a book, learning a new skill, or just spending some time with your family. And this is a really important thing, but it is also really difficult to do, which is why it took so long to actually start making this video, because I have to take into account so many different lifestyles. So, like students, people that are working, people that are parents, anybody could be watching this video, honestly. But this is like catered more towards students since my audience is younger. So I'm just gonna speak from my own experience as a student, as a former student, and I'll go off of how my life was, and I'm guessing it'll be similar to yours. So first of all, you need to understand that if you're telling me that you don't have enough time in your day to, like, let's say, start reading, start working out and all that stuff, I don't think it's necessarily true. And this is because, like, I understand that you spend more than half of your day at school, probably. Like, a school day for me was basically from 5:30 in the morning to maybe 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm talking about, like, since I woke up, which is me like getting ready to go to school, and then coming home from school, after school and sports and all that things at school, which is like 4 or 5 o'clock. So that's like what, 12 hours or so? 11, 12 hours. And then on top of that, we take into account studying and doing homework. Now, usually, like, reading, picking up a new skill set, and working out is like the most common things that you would probably want to start doing if your schedule is too busy. You are technically completely in control of your time. Like, yes, you need to go to school and you need to spend your time there, and you need to understand this first because this is really important. Now, you also need to understand that if you want to make more time for things, you need to start sacrificing other things in your life to be able to start doing these things. So let's say you want to work out. Realistically, if you're just starting to work out, you only need to work out for about 30 minutes a day. So that's 30 minutes of your day that you need to spare. Now, this could easily just be from your social media usage. So Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. You probably spend a lot more time on social media than you think. So easily this could come from social media. Now, also understand that all of this is a matter of your priorities. The thing that you prioritize the most will be the things that you spend the most time on. Now, this is simple, but people never think about this. For me, I used to come home at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock after a school day, totally exhausted, sometimes even hungry. And the first thing that I would do is put my bag down, I'd change my clothing, and then I would work out. 45-minute workout, and then I go eat. My mother already made me food by the time I came home, so that was a nice time saver. So I did have that as an advantage to like save me some time, and I'm really grateful that I had that. I would probably watch some YouTube videos after that, to be honest, just because my priorities weren't in check at the time, but I was at least doing this right. Working out was one of the most important things. Like, getting a good body and being healthy was one of the most important things to me. And it still is to this day. And it should be for anybody watching this. It should be one of your highest priorities because it's going to bring so many benefits in your life. It'll make you more confident. You'll be healthier, so you'll probably live longer. You'll feel better physically and just mentally. You'll feel better about yourself. The other thing that you can do on top of this is to create a schedule for yourself. So tomorrow, if it's not the weekend or something, start to like track your day. Start to take note of how much time you start to spend on things. Because you can't really tell me that you don't have time to do something if you don't even know how much time you're allocating towards certain things. Then you'll start to see how much time you're actually wasting on so many of these pointless things, like watching YouTube videos and watching Netflix, being on social media, playing video games, listening to music on the way home on the bus. You can start reading a book when you come home. When you talk to your friends, like I said, you can just go for a walk for like 30 minutes. That's like 100 and something calories that you burn then. Instead of being on social media, you can start building up a high value skill set can help make you more money. For me, that was coding when I was in school. I used to spend about an hour almost every day just learning code. The thing that I sacrificed to be able to do this was my schoolwork. Almost never did homework really. I didn't like homework. And when it was exams, I didn't even really study that much. I studied for like an hour and I still got decent grades. So the action plan that you need to do is start tracking your time, or at least try and memorize how much time you spent on certain things, more or less, that's outside of your control. So, like school, for example, you can ignore that. So, like lunch breaks for you, when you're out of school, but like still at school, from that time till the time that you go to sleep, monitor that and see what you're spending your time on during that time. You'll see so many opportunities to start actually doing the things that you want to do if you just make some sacrifices. That's all you need to do. And then once you do this, start to create yourself a daily routine. So for me, I do this with Google Calendar, and you can like time block certain things. So I have things from the minute I wake up till like 5 o'clock in the evening because that's when I just stop all work and just do whatever I want. If I want to keep working, I can keep working. But after that, most of my tasks will be done for the day. And that's just because I have a really flexible day to actually be able to do nothing. So for you, your day will probably be more packed with certain activities and all these things, but you can definitely make time for at least one thing. At least working out, at least reading, at least working on some kind of high value skill set. So please stop making excuses. Stop saying that you don't have time. And no, you aren't a special case. I'm talking to you. You probably think that I'm talking to other people and that you have some kind of special case. You can still make a plan to be able to do these things. The only thing that really matters is what your priorities are. If your priority is to start doing this thing that you want to do, but at the moment it's not, watching YouTube videos is more important to you than learning this high value skill set and making money, even though you might think it's not. Your actions say something completely different. So if you like the video, leave a like, and you'll see me in the next video.